What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Noonchi Podcast. We are testing this out in a new podcast studio room.
Should we call this like a bonus episode, just in case?
Yeah, this is a
bonus
bonus episode.
Bonus episode. So, Bobby had the brilliant idea. He's been talking about this for a while, and so I said, "All right, let's do it." So, we wanted to do commentary on a show that actually is probably one of the first things that we all worked together on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we did shows together before that, but you know, the thing that I think solidified our friendship, Bob.
I would say that's very. You would be right on the nose.
Right, is a little old web series called K-town Cowboys.
Yeah,
right?
I guess we don't have to give. I mean, we're going to do the commentary, so we don't have to get too much into it. But I did want to say, you know, the reason why I was even a part of it. I mean, Danny wrote it, right? He wrote it with DPD, our director, who's been on the show before. You've seen DPD and met him. But we used to work at the same cafe in K-town, Cafe Mac.
Right.
Probably in 2008 or something like that.
It's been so long ago that I was trying to see when we released K-town Cowboys. And according to YouTube, the first day, and I remember because this is a day we premiered it at the Asian American Film Festival.
Yeah.
Was May 4th, 2010.
2010. Okay.
Yes.
So May 4th, that was 12 years ago.
Close to 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes. But so thinking about writing it and shooting it. So I would say that for sure about 12 years. It's been 12 years since
2009 then, right? If it came out 2010, would you say you started to write it 2009 or was it early 2010?
I think it was early 2010 because I had no idea. I've never written a script of this magnitude. So literally, I think we finished the script for the whole episode, for the whole series in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember that we... Oh, shoot. Sorry.
Yeah.
I remember you had written the script at Cafe Mac, and me and Pedro used to be there almost every day working. Right. Because, you know, that's what we did. Like we were all freelancers, actors, musicians, and during the day, like our office was cafes. Right. Right.
Yes. I mean, I think we backtrack a little bit more just to show like kind of how this came all to fruition.
Okay, sure. Let's do it.
Right. Was because at the time DPD was dating somebody and living with her, and she was editing a video that I was in.
Okay.
Which was K-town Hotties. Is what I'm gonna address. Yeah. Right. And then I came over to see the kind of progress, and DPD was like, "Yo, let's go just grab some dinner, grab some drinks, you know, while she's working." Right. Yeah. So we went to a nearby like pub, and we were eating, and then we started talking about, "Yo, how come?" I mean, because you know he could hear like me saying crazy shit like, "Oh my god, what the fuck, bitch," but like. He was like, "Yo, how come, you know, maybe we should write something about like the way like our friends hang out in K-town."
Specifically, was it like the things that you can only do in K-town?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then his idea was let's break it up into 1차, 2차, 3차. Like, so like every episode is round 1, round 2, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that's great.
Great idea."
And then so it was just a discussion of DPD and I talking about our stories.
Yeah. So a collection of your stories that happen in K-town.
Right. Then it went into like more other people's stories as well. So to me, I think it's a collection of our friends' stories.
Okay.
And try to figure out like what's the most action-packed shit that happens per cha.
So it was based on reality, K-town Cowboys.
Yes.
And then I remember at the time you were writing this, and you know, Pedro and I, we were watching you write it essentially and Lanny, like we would all go to Cafe Mac because we wanted to be around other creatives. Right. And I remember you writing it, and one day you just had said something like, "Hey, I'm gonna throw you guys in here, you know, like the characters didn't essentially have names yet."
Right.
And then I guess because we were in close proximity, you just kind of wrote us in, and in turn, you sort of wrote, at least for me, like my sensibilities into the screenplay and Pedro's for that matter, right? So you made Bobby kind of like a pussy.
Yeah. I was like, this is easy. This is like, I was like, I don't even have to be creative. It was just like.
But I remember, reading the early drafts, like, or just pages, just sheets, like not maybe like a few sheets and stuff, and thinking this was like, this is really cool. Like I had never really read a script at that point.
Right.
So except maybe Swingers.
Right.
But like that's a good script to read, and then read K-town Cowboys actually. But I remember you guys were like, wait, we have something.
Yeah.
And then you guys went on a trip, just you two, to Vegas, locked yourself in a room and basically finished all 8-9 episodes and just polished the whole thing out.
Right.
Like basically on one weekend trip to Vegas.
Yeah.
And it was like downtown Las Vegas, but specifically like a weird,
so
spot, right?
one of our friends who was also like, they're also filmmakers. That's what they said that did when they needed to like have a weekend. They'd go to like a cheap ass hotel in Vegas.
Yeah.
Like super cheap. Nothing, like kind of stay away from all the parties and the fancy shit. And like do it. So we, on a whim,
you followed suit. Like you wanted to do follow that.
We stayed at the Hooters Hotel.
I didn't know there was a Hooters hotel.
There was. I don't know.
This is new information to me.
Yeah. So there's a Hooters Hotel.
Can you order wings to your room?
I guess.
The breaded wings.
Yeah. So, but what we did was like at the time, Hooters had this deal where at midnight, if you go to the restaurant downstairs, it was $0.25 a wing.
$0.25 a wing. All right. Okay.
Right. And so, like I'm just writing away DVDs on the side, whatever. And our buddy, who's also in the series, Sonny was there too.
Son went to Vegas too. But I didn't know this.
But he just wanted to go to go. Yeah. But I was like, son, we're not gonna fuck around. We're just gonna work.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care. I just want to fucking go. Right.
Yeah.
So we went. And then seriously, son was like,
three of you.
Yeah. And then so son was like, are you really gonna work? Yes. What the fuck we're going, right?
Yeah.
And so we go to Hooters. It is. I've like, every time we go to Vegas, we typically go to like a normal, like the Bellagio or whatever, like a,
you get yourself into some
a better a better quality hotel, right?
Yeah.
As soon as you walk into the Hooters Hotel in Vegas, I don't know if they still exist, probably doesn't, but when I walked in, you're like, ooh, no wonder this shit's so cheap, right? It is fucking ghetto. Fucking ghetto, right?
Oh man, this is brand new information for me. This thing could have been called K-town Hooters.
Yeah, probably. And so we, because son was like, "Are you seriously gonna fucking?" It was so boring.
Yeah. I want to know what he actually ended up doing that weekend.
He just kind of like waited for us. Then he would go downstairs and go like
the slots or tables.
And then I drove. I remember. So like. So he was like, "Oh, give me the keys. I'm gonna go to another hotel."
Right. Your silver Acura.
Right. Yeah. And then so after so we cranked it out literally maybe 10 hours. I cranked it all out.
Oh, just in one sitting, basically.
So I mean, I had like about 5-6 episodes already written.
Yeah.
Right. And then so I just needed to finish it.
Right.
Like home stretch. So after we finished it, I was like, "Hey man, it's $0.25 wing downstairs." So us three, we go to the Hooters, Shoutouts, the restaurant, right? Then
is there like multiple Hooters restaurants out there, or is it just one big Hooters restaurant?
I didn't want to investigate.
Okay. Right. So find it online. Somewhere.
We just knew that it was $0.25 wing at this restaurant, so we went. Then they were like, "What would you like to order?" Right? So the waitress came. Someone pulls out a $20 bill. Like, "I'd like this much of wings." Not like give me like 10 or whatever. He's I'd like this.
I bet you he didn't do the math either. He was like, oh, this is probably around the amount that we're gonna eat.
That's a lot of fucking wings.
That's 20 times 4.
Yeah.
What's that?
80 wings.
80 wings. So between the three of you, that's those Hooters wings are big too. They're not like those tiny wings you get at like
not Kyochon wings,
ILOs or something.
Yeah. So that was our weekend where we went and we ate, did a little gambling.
Yeah.
And then we came back.
Dude, I had no idea Sun was involved in this and that. Okay, so I remember you guys came back and we moved pretty quick on this. Like we did a table read at Cafe Mac, right?
At Cafe Mac, and then we at DPD's old place, the studio.
Oh, at FRA.
Yes,
back then when it was Spring Street.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Those were exciting times.
Yeah.
I didn't, now that you mention it, it did probably all happen in a very quick span of time.
You know why though? Is because we didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
Yeah.
Because if we did, then there would have been pre-production. There would have been like all this, like it would have taken some time.
And then everyone was just in close proximity. Like even the camera crew was next door to Social Trust at Spring Street.
Yeah.
Like DPD's neighbor.
Right.
And everyone was like, hey, you want to do this? You want to be a part of this? You want to kind of like, and then we just basically just asked everyone we knew.
This was basically a giant homie hookup.
Yeah.
Right. So from the venues.
Should we talk about how little it costs to actually make?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the whole web series, ladies and gentlemen, cost $5,000.
Yeah. And that we spent on like
booze.
Yeah. It was like, no, what do you call it? Craft services, right. Subway sandwiches.
Right. Yeah, seriously, Subway sandwiches. Literally. And like, things like, makeup artists, like people that we didn't have a hookup to, we'd have to pay for, right?
That's true. We did also did not pay for a single location.
Nope.
Right. Yeah. So that helped a lot.
Yeah. And none of our actors got paid. Like the only, like certain people that got paid were probably like, if I remember correctly, like there was no costume designer, so it was and you'll see one thing that we had to pay for in this episode that we're going to see. We're not going to start from the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to start from the bonus episode.
We're going to start from the end, right? Yeah. Just to see how this goes. Because we don't know if we'll ever get to the end. So if we start with one and nobody cares, then we can't even get to the end. So we're just going to start at the end.
Yes. So let's just set it up. It's a bonus episode.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm kind of like, I feel bad that we're doing this at a new spot now because it's so echoey in here. So it's not going to be like a perfect, situation.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of hurdles like production wise, but maybe we should have just done this in a regular spot, but it is what it is, and just bear with us. And if you guys like what you see, let us know. We can keep doing more of these. So what should we get to it?
Yeah, let's play it.
So you have to excuse me for 1 second because I need to do a screen mirroring for this thing.
You're explaining the technical. Oh yeah, let's watch MBM and the Good Neighbors. Here
we go.
Yeah.
So I already have the episode ready to go.
Right. The bonus episode. For those that are interested, you could probably follow along on YouTube. Type in K-town Cowboys bonus episode. I am shocked that for our fans that watched it have never seen K-town Cowboys.
I'm gonna before we start, I'm gonna pour this soju that we got from Tongwon. From Stage 6 Podcast. Check them out if you are Korean and like comedians talking in Korean.
Yeah, so this is basically like hwyo, if you guys know what hwyo is, but it is so chestnut flavor.
Chestnut flavor, right? Yeah, cheers.
It is a quote-unquote specialty of Gongju, which is a city.
Gongju.
Yes.
Yeah, that you did a show at recently.
Yes.
Cheers.
It's sent by the Ajima that flirted with me.
I'm not going to drink the whole thing, but damn. Probably finish that later. I'm going to ask you to talk into the mic as much as possible, like kiss it literally, because the echo is just crazy. Should we go ahead and we're going to stop it when we have to. So I'm going to put it in between us. And if you want to stop it, go ahead and stop. Okay. So here we go.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is Animal by the Far East Movement.
Oh, yeah. The opening, right?
Yes. Good old DPD.
DP did also directed, but he did all the animation.
Yeah, he did all the editing.
All the graphics, everything.
Oh my God, man. I haven't been in K-town so long. Some of this don't exist. It's some old school shit.
Oh, man. Dude. I haven't seen this in so long. It's so crazy.
Yeah. Damn, right. Gabriel Iglesias was still selling out the Will Turn Back. Jesus Christ. Hey, Bob, look, I had hair back then.
Oh my gosh, you did totally have hair.
Well, you had hair too.
I'm going to put this up a little. For 2000. This was in the alleyway behind Spring Street, right?
Yes.
Behind DPD's apartment.
Right. Look at this hair, dude. Look at that hair, I want to stop to see the hair. Man. Looking like a Lego Ajima.
I love it. These were all shot on DSLRs too at the time.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like fucking
the Canon
shit. You know what I mean? It's like when fucking Panda Express is a Chinese food, man. If I was Mexican and I'm practically Mexican.
Taco Bell, right? Yeah. We're talking about Taco Bell.
Offended right now. I punch you in the throat.
You're acting drunk too, right? That's it.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing in there, right? I can't watch this shit. like it hurts my soul. You know, I know I act better than this, right?
Hey. Or do you climb a fucking building, you goddamn ape? You fucking...
All the jokes were written by Danny Joe, by the way. They're a little dated.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
A lot. This was actually a lot of people gave us shit because we drove in. And they're like, nice job drinking and driving, guys. But come on.
Yeah.
It was acting, but maybe we should. It was a bad idea that we put that in, but.
All right, we can pause it. We can pause it right here. We pause it. Hold on.
Yeah. All right. So this is.
So we were talking about, you know how we said that we had to, of the $5,000, like we had to spend some money.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So me getting this taco truck was part of getting the money.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Now the people that run the truck don't speak any English, right? And this was a taco truck that was like right in front of my house in Berendo.
Oh, really? Okay.
Right. And so I was like, "Fuck, I need to get a taco truck, right? How do we get a taco truck?" And at the time, we didn't want like the Korean night, like kogi or whatever. We wanted just this type of taco truck, right?
Yeah.
So like I go to the lady and I go, "Excuse me, do y'all speak English?" She's like, "No, sir, no English." I was like, "Okay." So with my limited Spanish, I said, "¿Cuánto por filmar un película?"
Oh yeah,
right. And then he's like, película? What are you what are you talking about? Like a fucking movie? Like how much to film? Like a filmar? I don't even know. That was just whatever, right? So I said, okay. So I said, yo, we'll give you this amount for this many hours.
Yeah.
We want you to we want you to make the food. The whole crew will buy it.
Yeah, we'll pay for
the food. And can you just be at this location at this time?
Yeah.
Right. There was no contract or nothing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, senor, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, please, hopefully.
Please show up.
Please fucking show up.
I remember we shot this in front of Sun's store.
Yeah.
So Sun's liquor store.
Right.
Which, had enough parking spots. We moved it out, put the truck there.
Right.
We lit it up. We had no permits or anything like that. We're just like, we just totally winged it. But what was the name of the truck actually? Adelitas, right?
That's why I said it that way, because that, like, just to give them like a shout out for give. I mean, I don't know if it still exists, but like,
I remember we really wanted the one on 3rd and Western or something like that. It was a really good one that we liked. I forgot the name of it, but we ended up with it. It was great though.
Yeah. Like, it was just simple, whatever. And so this is why we did it, right?
Okay, cool setup.
Yeah.
Here's some of the extras were our crew, actually. Bobby Lee. He was so awesome. Bobby Lee.
And by the way, this conversation is based off of a true
story,
true events.
Yeah. Danny Chu.
Anyway, how are things, man? I'm seeing you.
Oh, we're losing some quality. It's okay. You guys can follow online, right?
Networks. You're so lucky, man. Honestly, it's talent. But I haven't booked a single gig. It's been a really slow year, and all right. What did I say a year ago? All right, there's two types of people that get on television: good-looking people and freaking mutants. And you, my friend, are a freaking mutant. Embrace that.
Damn, Bobby looks so young back then too. He looks different now.
You have a very big head for your body. You look like a human thumb.
Human thumb.
Neck, wrist, and ankle. Yours is blended into your body. You have a Kim Jong-il upper head thing that I really love. I've always loved that. Thanks, I guess. You look just like a CGI almost. Tokyo made you.
Like Tokyo made you.
One thing, man. Yeah. All right, me, Lisa Ling, and George Sakai were at jacuzzi. Right?
That's so random. Lisa Ling, George Sakai.
Yeah, fucking bunch of those actors, man. I do question. They look like a swamp. They look like they make up a system. Dude, you want to live in your mouth. I mean, don't even breathe.
Did you write all this for him? Or he just like ad-libbed all this stuff?
Bobby, I just want to say thanks, though. You're welcome, man. You got my first gig, my first agent. I did. You're Bobby Lee, right? I'm such a big fan. I'm sorry. Do you want to take just one picture? Just one picture, please. All right, real quick.
Nice.
So cool, man. Thank you so much. So awesome. So cool. All right, I want to go get some tacos. Okay, it's cool. Okay. Yeah. All right, man. Good seeing you, Bobby.
Dude, can I stop it?
Yeah, sure.
So literally, once we got that take, his final take, he literally DPD called cut.
Yeah.
And Bobby Lee literally just ran off set. He ran across the street, like in the middle of traffic.
Yeah.
And it's a big street.
He straight up jaywalked. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a big street, like a 6-lane street or something like that, right? And he he wouldn't let anyone say hi or thank you or whatever. He just wanted to get the F out of there. I just thought it was like so hilarious. But then he went into some bodega or something like that to buy cigarettes or something.
Okay, so first of all, I just thought that all this is true in the sense of like he's the one that got me my first agent. He got me on TV. Like I was in college when he put me on Mad TV.
Oh yeah.
Like it was a random like extra role, right?
Was it for Pongo or
no?
It was something else.
Something else. And then like while I was working after college, he was like, "Hey, this is what he said." Okay, he goes, "I need someone fat and retarded looking on set."
That's what he said to you.
Yeah. Okay. Like he called me, and I was like, instead of getting offended, I was like, "So what time do you need me on set?" Right?
Okay.
But it was like, I was in consulting. I had like a day job, and sometimes it would work long hours.
Oh, right. You were at your
at that time. And so he goes, noon, whatever. Like the casting people will call you, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna give him your number. So
he gave you a little of the taste.
so I remember what the episode was it wasn't the Pongo thing. It was the Korean drama parody.
Oh,
right.
Yeah,
so
the one where with the subtitles would come out all
fucked
crazy,
up. Right.
Crazy. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Now, because I remember when he first called me so everyone, after you watch this, go type in Mad TV Korean drama parody. There's like a few episodes of that, right? So I remember one time Bobby Lee calls me and goes, "Hey, how do you say I love you in Korean?" And I said, "What? Why? Wait. Why do you need to know this?" And he was kind of explaining to me. I go, "Yo, like just the shit shouldn't match."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it was your idea.
Yeah. So you should just say the random phrases that you know in Korean, which you don't know many.
Yeah.
And then let the subtitles do all the talking, but obviously the subtitles can be all wacky
Danny,
too.
Did you get a writing credit on that? Damn.
Yeah.
Dude, that would have been a sick writing credit for you.
So they did it. It did well. So that they did like a few episodes of it.
I remember Ken was in that also.
Yeah, I was in an episode.
Yeah.
So this is
you were. Okay.
So this is how
your first one.
The first one.
Yeah.
Right? So Bobby goes, I need some fat retarded looking. So I go on set. I take the day off of work.
Those are exact words.
Yes.
Today he would have said something else.
No, he probably said the same thing.
Okay. All right.
So
we're quoting.
So I go on set, and it's an episode where, like he's in Speedos, and he's in like a pretend sauna.
Okay.
And then I needed to play an assassin that kills like his mom or some shit. Right?
Okay.
And so there was like a break. And then we go outside, and Bobby's in his Speedos and like the towel, like the sheep, looks like sheep. Mm-hmm. So he sits like Princess Leia towel, right?
Yeah.
So he sits like just in Speedos on a stairway and starts smoking. And I'm smoking with him. And he goes, "Hey man, like, you got an agent?" And I said, "Nah, man, I'm a fucking business consultant. What are you talking about?" Right? Yeah. And he goes, "Dude, you need to get an agent. I want you to listen to me. There's two types of people that get on TV. Really good looking people and fucking mutants."
Okay.
"And you're a mutant, my friend. You're a goddamn gold mine." That's what he said.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember he called a commercial agent that he was with.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Hey," and it's my, I'm still with them, the commercial agent. He goes, "Hey, there's this kid named Danny Cho.
Yeah.
Fucking just,
you got to sign him.
He looks fucking weird, dude.
He looks weird.
Right? Like, you need to sign him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the next, like a week later or whatever, I go to the agency, right? Take another day off or
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I go, I don't have headshots. I don't have a resume. I have nothing, The head agent looks at me and goes, "Oh my God, you're perfect." Right? And fucking signs me.
Yeah.
And so me saying all that, like, you got, like I say in the series, you got my agent, you got my first gig.
Yeah.
Is actually true.
Yeah. I'm now remembering, like, I'm trying to remember, why was it a bonus episode? Was it something you wrote after you wrote the original?
No, it was series? I think DPD was so swamped with editing this that he thought calling it a bonus episode would get more people to watch it.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I see.
Yeah. And so and before we started shooting, when he got on set, I remember Bobby saying this, because I was like, "Hey man, thanks for doing this, like you helped me so much so far," or whatever. And then Bobby goes, "The things I do for you, the things you do for me."
I remember. So you did that when you mean when he came to shoot with us?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember.
Yeah. When he came on set, he was like, "The things I do for you, things you've done for me."
Basically, you do nothing for him.
So yeah, I mean, you're right. And I remember him after DPDL cut.
Yeah,
fucker just ran off.
Yeah, because clearly people are gonna ask him, "Hey, can I get a photo with you?" And literally the one that Lanny took was the only photo he took that night. Right. So I mean, he was really cool about it. We were really excited he did the episode, because at the time he literally was the most famous person that was on K-town Cowboys.
Yes.
And then it was Justin Chan, perhaps. And then a lot of people came out of K-town Cowboys that went on to fame and fortune. Right. But
what the fuck happened to us, man?
Yeah.
We're the stars.
Dude, we are fortunate in many ways. Right. So let's keep going. I think we'll get more out of this. This is me trying to act drunk, but I'm not doing a good job.
Look at this hair, dude.
My hair.
When's the last time you had this?
This mop? That's the last time.
Hey, it's Becky. I forget what the other girl's name is.
Becky and Kathy.
Yeah.
Kathy's also an actress. We went to church with her. She growing up. Back in New York. Yeah. Ellie, right?
Well, wow, you have great memory.
Ellie was our. Whoa, we got stop right for a second. Ellie was our makeup. No.
She didn't. She was just an extra.
PA.
Yes, she PA'd.
She was a PA. Yeah.
She was my Tongsing's girlfriend at the time.
Okay.
And I was like,
oh yeah, Vivian Bang. She's so good.
Vivian and Lillian.
Yeah. I love Vivian. She's so talented.
The folks got cute friends.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I kind of got this thing with Esther going. Come on.
Excuse me. This is kind of a strange question, but are you the guy in that YouTube video? And then there's another one where you're wearing a dress.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Oh man.
I totally forgot. We did a throwback in here.
Yeah.
For like a. You guys should put a link there on YouTube to go to that video right there.
I want to punch myself in the face.
Dude, I'm so sorry.
Boo.
Seriously.
Photo for a number. Was that it?
Boo.
Was that what she asked for a photo?
Yeah.
Okay. I forget what music this was. This was
this song.
This is?
No, this is Ill Again.
Ill Again, yeah. Okay. Lillian was one of our producers.
She was one of our producers.
Right. Along with Leah, Lanny's sister.
And then, by the way, Becky doesn't really look like that. We made her ugly with makeup, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So can we pause for a little bit?
Let's pause it.
So the song you're hearing, I don't know if you hear it, is a track called Figueroa by Ill Again. Ill Again is a rap group comprised of now super famous Randall Park.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
there was other people. There's other people there.
Okay,
but Randall Park, who fresh off the boat fame, that
Ant-Man.
Yeah, Always Be My Maybe, the one with Ali Wong.
Yeah,
Randall is like so talented,
incredibly talented.
But I think that Hollywood hasn't used all his talents yet. You know what I mean?
But
like,
also, I mean, he's making his directorial debut soon, right? And he's also started his own production company.
Yep.
So just knowing how dedicated and talented this guy is, his time is coming. If it hasn't already, you know, he's incredibly talented. I remember when I actually got an agent because of K-town Cowboys. I got an agent through someone we knew, and then my first audition, I ran into Randall Park, and it was that commercial spot like on La Brea and Olympic.
Yes,
there's a spot right there.
Yeah,
right?
Yes.
I remember walking in and just not being so nervous. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. It's just a commercial agent, right, or a commercial audition. And when I saw Randall, and Randall was, what are you doing here?
Right.
You know, I'm like a musician at the time. You know, I was like, oh, K-town Cowboys. I got an agent out of this, and I just want to try to do commercials to try to make some extra money.
Right.
I heard that's like a possibility.
Right.
And then he was like, okay. I was like, do you have any advice for me? You know, at the time, and he was like, okay, yeah, sure. So, yeah. And I told him this, by the way, on Clubhouse recently, and he remembered it. Yeah. He was like, yeah, Bobby, so you're not going to get it. Yep. All right. So just basically, that's the attitude you have to going in because these people are waiting for the person they have in their mind to walk through that door. And if they're half as good as they need them to be, they'll make them even better.
Right.
All right. So just, you're not going to get it. They're just like, they have a specific person in mind.
Yeah.
Right. So I was like, okay, actually that brought my nerves down a lot, actually. So I went in, and then I remember afterwards, I got a call from my agent, from Debbie. I forgot her last name. It's been a while. Yeah. But she called and she's like, you got a call back. And I was like, oh, great. And I didn't want to not say what's a callback to my agent, you know? So I hung up the phone and I called Lanny. Yeah. I remember at the time. And I called Lanny and I said, hey, what's a callback? I just got a callback. and then Lanny was like, you got a callback on your first audition? I haven't got a callback in 8 months. And I was like, what? I was so surprised. I was like, well, I ran into Randall. Randall told me I'm not gonna get it. So like all this stuff. I remember. Then I went back to the callback. I didn't get that.
Yeah.
I didn't go any further than that. But
I too, I have a handful of Randall stories, right? But number one was I called Randall to be like, hey, we want to use this song in our web series.
Okay.
Like, who do we call to get clearance from?
Yeah.
He's like, just use it, man. Right?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that was one. But then I've known Randall because of stand-up. He used to do stand-up.
Yeah.
And then so that's how I met him.
He was a rapper. He was a comedian.
He did a lot.
He was He was on Wild and Out, right?
And then so similarly to you, there's two people I called on my first audition. Right, it was for I even remember the brand. It was for Carl's Jr.
Oh, okay,
right? It was my first audition. Right. So the first person I call is Bobby.
Yeah,
because he's the one that got me the agent. I said, Bobby, hey man, I got this audition. Like, what do I do? And Bobby's like, hey man, just like all you got to do is leave an impression and you'd be good.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, right? And then I was like, all right. So I'm still working. So I basically take like a few hours off. I go all the way to North Hollywood.
Okay.
I remember. And then
a lot of strip malls out there, right? Like audition room.
And then what they asked was like, okay, so they give me like a cup like this.
Yeah.
Right. And they go, hey, so Danny, I want you to pretend like this cup is like a delicious, like an ice cream, like icicle.
Okay.
Right. And I go, like ice creamsicle. Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And that's it. There's no lines. There's no nothing.
Okay.
Right. So in my mind, I'm like, Bobby's like, you should just leave an impression, something that no one would ever have thought of, right? So I pretended to give this cup imaginary head.
You gave it a BJ.
Yeah. Okay. Like all that. Like I was like tickling fucking.
Are you gonna do it right now?
Like I was tickling like orange balls and shit. Like I was going crazy, right?
For Carl's Jr.
I wasn't thinking. Bobby goes leave a fucking impression, so I did, right? So the guy's like, okay, thank you, thanks.
You did leave an impression,
right? Now I have to go back to work, right? North Hollywood. I'm stuck in traffic, going, what the fuck did I just do right now, right? So I call Randall because at the time Randall I think he did like a Trojan like condom commercial or something. His wife was in it too.
Right? Together.
Right? So I was like, hey man, so blah, 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 this is what's going on. And he goes, hey man, for all these auditions that you do, like just pretend like you're never going to get them.
Oh, he said the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like just
I thought it was like special like advice to Bobby.
Yeah. He's like, you're probably not going to get it. Just pretend like you're not going to get it. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I remember talking to, I think it was Sung Kang. He's like, I haven't booked a commercial in like 10 years or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, cool. So, you're right. Like for all those aspiring commercial actors.
Yeah.
If you look desperate, you're probably not going to get it.
Yeah.
It's better to be a little bit aloof. Like you're like, I don't need this shit. You know what I mean? Do your shit, but don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
But don't be like, yo, I will do anything you guys ask me. Don't have that vibe. Just be like, all right, cool. Later, guys. Like just be chill. And for me, like that attitude it's worth. I booked a handful of national commercials.
Dude, big ups to Randall Park, Bobby Lee, of course.
Yeah.
But we should also say that originally we had offered the role that Shane Yoon played, Lanny's cousin,
right,
to Randall,
right.
And Randall at the time wanted to do it, but he couldn't because he was
filming or something. He was busy.
I think, he was busy. He had just done something that we really loved, and we're like, he would be perfect as Lanny's cousin, right? And then eventually we got Shane.
Yeah.
So that was a big kind of segue, but let's keep going.
Yeah.
Cool. This is your real number, right? Don't give me a fake number.
Vivian's super great. She's so talented.
She's such a talented actress. Yeah. What's this?
Hey, DJ. Oh, what is it?
Here we go.
Say goodbye. Say goodbye.
That is an Adelita's burrito, my friend.
Adelita's.
What do you think? What is that? Beef tongue.
Lengua.
Lengua.
Try it. Just eat it. What do you think? Delicious.
It is delicious. Yeah. Lengua. That's the way to go. That's something I haven't seen in Korea. You know, I've seen
Beef
some.
tongue?
Oh, actually, they had it at
It's called Uzhar.
Okay.
They have it, but not like this.
Actually, I did try it at yeah.
Put it all in your mouth.
That got such a huge mouth.
Yeah, that's why we told him to do it. I was like,
Yeah. Son. Man, I miss that guy. What do you call that? A pea coat?
go grab her titters. Oh my god.
What's he doing?
It's late. I take my sister to breakfast in the morning.
Oh, I had a sister.
I don't remember you had a sister.
That can go in the second season. But I didn't have a sister in the movie, though. Maybe we're estranged.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get your man? My man right here. Yes.
Damn, Danny, look at that hair. All flowing.
Was it HTS? Yeah, fit that shit. Details tomorrow, man. Man, shit. Bullshit.
I love the handheld look, the handheld on the cameras.
First night in LA, Danny's fucking fast and get laid. Now I'm gonna fucking go home and jerk off the porn. Hey man, jerking off's a little better than sex. Dude, jerking off is never better than sex. No matter how fucking good I am at it. I know, I'm fucking around. You fucking back your birthday, fucker. It's all good. Have a good one tomorrow, right? Most likely. Oh, you gonna?
There was an episode after this, too.
Was there?
Originally written the next morning.
Yes, but we never shot it.
We never shot it. Oh, this is my song.
Yeah.
Oh, content ID. It's going to get claimed. It's all good. This song is called All in a Day.
Whose car is it? Is that my car?
That...
My car's way over there, yeah.
No, that was Alexis, right? Yeah, we made it through the bonus episode. Oh, yeah, dude, that was at DPD's apartment, right?
No, I think that was a
son's apartment, yeah.
So
I shot that.
Yeah.
I was actually the one behind the camera. That was my first DP credit. Shooting that.
So like that wasn't in the movie. I mean, not the movie version where we what we call it, like for the
for K-town Cowboys, the movie.
No, meaning the movie premiere that we did.
The bonus episode did not come out.
The bonus episode did, but that part didn't. The DPDC
part.
Oh,
it didn't.
Right.
Okay. So you're saying when it played at the LA Asian Film Festival for VC Film Festival.
That didn't come out.
I remember, but the bonus episode was part of it.
Yes.
We stringed everything together and we premiered it at the VC Film Fest.
Right.
I remember at the Directors Guild on Sunset. Mm-hmm. It was so much fun. Just having it altogether was like 45 minutes, right? 50 minutes if you string it all together.
An hour.
Like an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. I just remember like feeling like this is something really cool.
Do you remember though? Mm-hmm. The night before, we were doing a gig together in Berkeley.
Was that the night before? And we flew in
that night.
That night, yeah. You and I did a show at Berkeley.
Me and you did a show in Berkeley.
You were famous, quote unquote, from K-town Hotties, and you were getting booked left and right, all these KSAs and stuff. And then you brought me along to Berkeley, and I basically opened up. And we had to fly back in time for this, for the premiere, And I remember we did the premiere. We all got dressed up. Afterwards, Bart Kwan gets up, asks for during the Q&A, and he just starts yelling, "That was effing amazing!" Like in it, I didn't really expect that kind of response from anyone. I remember Teddy Z asked a question. He's like, "What's next? What are you guys gonna do?" And then you and DPD were like, "Oh, that's it for K-town Cowboys. We're gonna try to work on some other stuff," and then it just shot down everyone else's like kind of momentum and dreams. But I remember it was not a bad decision at the time because you guys did have some really cool ideas. It's just that in hindsight, it was like, we didn't know that we had the first web series on YouTube or on the internet. We didn't know that. The implications of that. And,
personally, I don't know if
that's true.
That's factual or not. That's what we like to believe because I don't remember anything before us, right? But at the time, the spirit of us making K-town Cowboys, not just me and DPD, but I think all of us, was kind of the idea of let's do something for fun with all our friends and tell like our quote unquote our stories.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, obviously we had more stories and we can conjure up more shit. But one other idea we had, DPD and I, was not do Kate, but like within the channel, do different types of web series.
Yeah.
So I actually wrote a handful of other web series that never got made because we were all busy with our lives.
I remember there was one called Return of the Hustle. I just love the title. Like that should have been made, like no matter what.
I even tell you the storyline. You guys can, if someone's watching, you can write it, right?
No, don't tell it. Like I think we should do it. With that said, also
the script.
I think we should also do K-town Cowboys series season 2. I don't think it's a bad idea. In this day and age, I think coming back 12 years later, maybe everyone that watched it back then, we collectively got like 1 million views, right?
Yeah.
At the time, that was big. Now that's nothing, right? But that's still 1 million, or let's say cut it in half, maybe like 500,000 people that watched it.
Right.
If we can get to them and say, hey, there's a season 2, it'd be worth it, right? I don't know. You guys tell us. Like, let us know if it'd be worth.
I mean, like, I need to me, as much as like I'm so grateful for like the fans of the series and just the fans of the brand. Like, there's
we made a movie.
Yeah.
You had a podcast.
Yeah. I mean, not so much these days, but I remember like right after that, the web series, like we got stopped in the street quite a lot.
Actually, right? When it came out and then we start doing, we had a party or like another premiere at like Le Privé.
Yeah.
Right? Or we did a premiere and a party at like Belforet.
Yeah.
We did party at Le Privé, like as a, what do you call it? Like a they asked us to do a party, like a K-town Cowboy party. At those clubs that we used to hang out with. We did it. We did a screening in New York. We all flew to New York to do that. It was crazy. We were getting stopped all over the place. People were buying us drinks and stuff. It was nuts. Like I never got so much attention in my life, so which was weird and fun at the same time, So
like I said, like I'm so grateful that people like watch this thing that was just something that we just wanted to do for fun, and people, a lot of people thoroughly enjoyed it, and there was a lot of support, and but ultimately, what I believe is that whether the reason for us to make this season 2 or whatever the next thing is for K-town Cowboys, in my mind, is if I get that feeling like, let's do something fun. Well, you know what I mean? Like,
I think it's different. From my perspective is, like, it was like, the reason why I thought this was always great is not because it was just fun. It was because it was instructional. It was like kind of like we were letting you in on a secret.
Right.
That most people wouldn't know unless you know, like you knew somebody, right? That like for K-town, right?
Right.
And so I think K-town Cowboys, the series was just instructional videos, right? And I think that was what was so great about it.
No, I know.
So you can do that literally like in any city that you go to. You can have like, you know, like Shanghai or Singapore, Seoul.
Yeah.
You know, and then you just have to like instruct people on things you wouldn't know otherwise unless you had the skinny or the in from the in crowd. Right. You know, or so I think that's easy to figure out.
No, I mean,
you know,
like what we're saying is two different things.
Okay.
I totally get why it works. Like I understand the mechanics of it, but the excitement is what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Right? Because if I'm doing it just to do it, then I probably won't like it. And I think that'll be reflected on
in the product.
In the product, right? So like
so if it's
for
fun,
me, like I want it to be like the same way where DPD while we're eating and drinking goes, hey, we should probably do a series about our stories.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. You know, like that
Danny,
you know,
Now I'm going to challenge you because you've been in Korea nearly 4 years now. I've been here for like over 10 years. And we got stories, man. We got like new set of stories.
I'm not saying we don't.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is
it's gonna be exciting though. We have exciting things to share.
I don't see it yet.
Okay.
That's what I mean. So my thing is I need to get personally for me.
Okay.
I need if I'm writing it, I need to get to a point where I'm like, I think the reason why it took me 2 weeks, obviously it would take longer if it was more professionally done.
Yeah.
And like it was more like kind of vetted and script doctor or whatever. But it took me a very short amount of time to crank all that out because I was like, I know it. Bam, 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 bam. Like,
I write what you know, right? That's
you know.
that's the number one rule when it comes to anything.
But also I was excited. Like as I'm writing, this is fun. I'm like, I could picture Pete saying, you know, I remember Pete going, hey, so like how over the top do you want me to be? And I was like, crank that shit up all the way to like Meathead, right? And he's like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. So he cranked it up. And I was like, yep. In the beginning, people hated his ass. Yeah. You know, like first few episodes because he's just a dick. But they finally got it. Like to me, if it was like Entourage, he was Johnny Drama. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so like, like I knew what the what that was gonna look like. And I knew like a part of me, the excitement is when I'm excited about the project. And then the second part, and this is kind of the reason why I can't quit stand-up, is like you create something. And at least stand-up, I mean, it's super immediate, but you go, you're going to laugh right here. Bow. And then, you know, and then you feel it, right? Similarly to the thing that really kind of like, gave me the chills at the Directors Guild was because I was like, and here's a punchline, and people laughed. You know what I mean? And sometimes they laughed at shit that I didn't expect people to laugh at. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Those are the surprising moments.
Yeah. And that made me go, oh, like, this is fun. Yeah. You know what I mean? So again, like.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying like, honestly, I'm saying like if it would have to be fun. Yeah. But like, what's the inflation on $5,000 today? Let's do it for that much. I was like, maybe it'll be fun.
That is fucking a dumb ass idea.
I'm kidding. I'll give you the $5,000, and then somebody out there come on, let's just
give me $195,000. We need $200,000 to film something here, man.
Oh yeah. Okay. You know what $200,000 is doable. Like, come on. I made my film for like. Full disclosure, like about $250,000. Yeah. Right. If I can do that, like on my own, like if we pulled all our resources together, I think we could do it. I'll invest some of my own money.
I don't want your fucking money, stupid. You have mouths to feed.
But you know why I would take that risk is because it sounds like so much fun. Like I would do it for the fun, not for the.
I wouldn't even take your
investment.
Money. If you said I'm gonna throw money, I'd be like, oh fuck off! I'm not gonna take your money, stupid. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go use someone else's money that I don't have to pay back. I'll try to pay him back, but that's smarter than I'm not taking friends' money. That's fucking crazy.
Okay, so how about this? So would you be open to not maybe doing K-town Cowboys Series 2, but like opening up and franchising it almost to like different cities and different like K-town Cowgirls and K-town or whatever it is, Seoul, and Itaewon Cowboys.
I don't want to write it or whatever.
Yeah,
matter of fact, I don't even need a percentage of any of it.
Yeah.
You know what? This is gonna sound kind of weird. Like just I don't say permission, but I want them to be like, hey man, we're thinking about doing like K-town Cowgirls, or hey, we're thinking about doing like Itaewon Cowboys, like just a kind of a sign of respect to be like, almost not get permission, but just letting us know. That's all I really want.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I don't want to be like, oh no, I need fucking 2% of everything.
No,
I don't need any of that.
I wouldn't expect you to.
Yeah, I just need like a hey,
acknowledgement. Just a little bit of acknowledgement.
And for the most part, I'd be like, yeah, go for it. I'm not gonna say no. I'd be like, hey man, let me if you can kick me the script, I'm just curious what it's gonna be like.
Well, okay. All right, that's fair enough. Yeah. But I want to take this time, like we're gonna close right now, but we're gonna end the episode. But I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a part of this. Like I won't say it's like the best thing I've ever done, like, but I don't know why I threw that in. But like at the same time,
it's the best thing.
It's the most exciting thing I've been a part. And like to be honest, it still pays off in many ways. Like when I first moved to Korea.
Right.
Like I met a lot of people that watched it to this day. Like I meet people that know what K-town Cowboys is.
Yeah.
And when I first got here and I didn't know anyone, I remember we were able to hang out with with DJ Shine. Oh my bad, Mark. I just called you Tiger. But Mark. I literally the first month I moved here, I met DJ Shine and he had watched K-town Cowboys. And because of that, he was like, he didn't have to like, be like, oh, these kids are just like trying to be around me kind of thing.
Yeah.
He understood that we were creative and we're trying to make stuff. And he was like, yo, we're in the same boat kind of thing. And then we became friends. And you were there when I met him. And then when you left, he totally took care of me. Like every time I saw him, like whenever we hung out, like, he introduced me to other people. That all came because of K-town Cowboys, so opened a lot of doors for me. It got me into a lot of trouble too in some senses, but I wouldn't do it any differently if I could go back and change it.
Yeah, I wouldn't change the cast one bit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I mean, we've been through a lot of up and downs.
I might have put Randall in something.
Shane, we love you, brother.
No, but yeah, so
we gotta get these guys zoomed in too. Like, and if you guys like this episode, maybe we'll do episode 1 to 8.
Yeah,
and we'll just bring people in. Like a lot of people, like
I mean, DPD's in here. DPD's in Korea for a hot second, so we can bring him possibly for if you guys want to do it.
Totally, that would be
what I mean. The director.
We'll call Pedro.
Yeah.
We'll call Shane.
Right.
Lanny.
Yeah.
We got to get like Justin Chan.
Yes.
Arden wouldn't do it probably. She's super famous now, right?
Yeah, whatever. I mean,
we can ask her.
Yeah. But like Justin Chan, if you guys are not, if you don't know, he's he's in cons right now, or he just got out, right?
In con?
Right. But like just fucking great creative, you know what I'm saying? And
incredible director. She's like multiple awards at freaking Sundance. Now he's going to Cannes.
So Justin, right? Before we close, right?
Yeah.
And Justin plays like a douchebag in the series.
In the series, yeah.
And I remember him going like, the reason why I picked him was because we knew him, but I knew him way before
Twilight and all that stuff.
Like when I was in college, he was friends with some people that I knew. And at the time, he was in a T-Mobile commercial where he was like all like
I remember that. Fake, you can find that on
fake
YouTube.
Like gangster, like, you know, like just baggy ass clothes. He's like,
it's so good.
Fee shorty. And I was like,
so good.
And I was like, who is this motherfucker? Right. And then I remember like seeing him. I was like, you're that fucking dude, right?
Yeah.
So that's how we got to know each other. And then we hung out in K-town a lot, right? Because of, you know, KSAs, and we all fucking drink in K-town all the time, right? And so I remember Justin going, hey, how do you want me to act in this? I was like, hey, you know those assholes we see at clubs in K-town? I was like, yeah, be that guy.
And he's nailed it.
Got it. Right.
So
that was it. That's the only thing I had to tell him. And I don't think we didn't have to give any direction. Like, he knew that he just needed to be like a rich asshole. Yeah. Like, that's like obnoxious. And he did it perfect.
He did it. He nailed it. Yeah. Great actor. Great director. So, everything.
You said thank you. I want to thank everybody involved in K-town Cowboys. Meaning, like, obviously it was nobody got paid. Almost nobody got paid, right? And it was just a fucking kind of semi-drunk idea that me and DPD had from the get-go. Yeah. And like, y'all were like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Yeah. And it was actually, as of right now, the most kind of memorable thing that I was involved in terms of creating. Yeah, like there's things that more people have seen, like more TV shit. Like but this definitely was something that I was like, you know what, on my tombstone. Oh yeah.
It's up there for me too.
Yeah. Co-creator of K-town Cowboys. Yeah, and it's because like. The energy of the whole process of how it was made, I think where we were in our lives at the time. Yeah. Like everything just was like a good situation of like, we were hungry, we were creative, we wanted to do something different. Like all that kind of got together. Yeah. And it turned out to be a fun time. I mean, looking back on it, like it's, to be honest, like it's kind of shitty, but like, but ultimately, you had
hair. I had hair.
Yeah. Like looking at it, I'm like, oh, it is kind of shitty, but given the time and given, you know, like the spirit of it all,
it is what made it so popular. Yeah. I think.
And that's what I'm glad for all the people that were involved in it is like, I'm not trying to make like we weren't trying to make an artsy piece or like a, you know what I'm saying? Like a serious piece. We were trying to make just a story about how where our friends hung out. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, just the fact that there was no content that existed that explained what booking was.
Right.
It's like, hey, it was just a kind of a no-brainer, right? Yeah. But nobody was going to be the first to do something like that. It was like...
which don't exist anymore, actually, anywhere in the world. Right.
Oh, booking? Yeah. But maybe it needs a comeback.
Yeah. So you know, ultimately, like, it was fun to kind of relive. I mean, even this episode was fun to kind of... I haven't thought about, like, a lot of these things in a long time, right? But... from you guys to the staff and crew, like Social Trust, DPD, Lillian, like everybody that was involved in it, from the extras to the PAs to all of them. I was like,
everybody,
nobody got fucking paid. So
I know, like, even Leah was on board too, and she had like she was legitimately like producing like other real stuff, and she came to help us. It's cool. A lot of people like got involved in like
so that cool. People like Bobby, like all of them, just to do it. The support we got even afterwards, you know, people like DDK, Ken John.
Oh yeah,
was like, what the fuck were you gonna do next,
Seriously,
right?
Yeah.
So I'm actually proud of what we created. That's actually one of the few things I'm proud of. You and I have been in this business for a long time, and we've created a lot of things. You know what I mean?
We tried a lot of things.
Yeah, we tried a lot of things.
Maybe this one was,
is up there. And for me,
it worked.
Yeah, for like, that was something that like people were like,
I don't want to like. I mean, with the movie, I think we missed the mark in many ways. It might be different for you and for TPD, but for me, like just my perspective, I feel like we missed the mark if we're gonna put it up against the web series, because just like the web series, we did it for 5K, and just like having a lot of money doesn't mean that it's gonna, make it better,
right?
It actually causes a lot of problems that are unforeseen, right. So that's a big lesson that we learn, right? So it's always just a matter of like, just doing it because it's right and it feels right, and it's just you're in the right place in your life and in time, so you got to seize those moments.
I mean, for me, that's because that's not my profession. I'm not a screenwriter, I'm not a producer. Professional, like I can do it, but that's not my job. Right. So if I'm in that role, then I need to like really want to fucking do it. Right. Like for the right reasons. The spirit needs to be there. All the mojo needs to be there. And even then the project might suck. Right.
Sure.
And but so a part of me is just grateful that not even shitting on the movie, you know what I mean? But like,
I wouldn't do that too. I think the movie was magical in a lot of ways for us as well. Like, it brought us together in many other different kinds of ways that we can talk about. I'd love to do the same thing for the movie as well eventually. But this is the probably one of my favorite episodes we've done for Noonchi. I mean, it's a very different format, so maybe it's not even a Noonchi episode, but like I really loved it. This was great, and here's one more palm shot for the night. So
let's wrap up. I gotta go pee so bad.
Okay. Comments, please. Let us know what you think. I can't believe we did it finally. We talked about this and we did it. Cheers, guys.
Adios.
Adios.